This is my huge Minecraft harbor. It has a crap ton of cool looking shipping containers and cranes, and it's just the huge new industrial side to my world. So in this video, we're going to look into how I built this, as well as new updates to the city. So of course, before I show you, click subscribe for more cool Minecraft updates like this, because this one's just really awesome. Hey there everyone, welcome back to my epic Minecraft world. Today we're going to be going over another batch of huge updates. So we're on update 11.6. So I have to keep changing the render distance for you guys because I lag. What did I do? I added a huge secret addition. So this is pretty much the biggest update of this world. I added a secret addition that I can't show you the location of. Basically, there is a Tardis in my world, and this is like all I can really show you because I don't want to show the location of it. And this Tardis is from my Minecraft series Chuckahoo. So basically, in my world, I want to have all my builds together, and the Tardis interior was the only thing that wasn't here because it was in a modded version of the game. So now, if you enter it, I managed to convert the entire Tardis from being modded into vanilla Minecraft. So I changed a bunch of the blocks to look-alike blocks, and it looks really cool. So let's go over the new Tardis. Boom! Now all the lights are on. So it was sort of dimly lit, but this is the Tardis as of Season 3 of Chuckahoo, and it's in vanilla Minecraft now, which is awesome. So when this becomes a server, you can go in my Tardis if you find it. Like, this is my Tardis. It's so cool because it's actual Minecraft. So I'm going to show you a few rooms. It's such a huge build that honestly it would be so hard to actually show you the whole thing. What's this? Here's the pool, the great big huge pool. It's funny because most of the blocks you see here used to be a modded version of the game. So they don't look exactly similar, but they definitely look really close. So I'm going to go over here to the first console room. So this is the Tardis that was used in like the first and second season of Chuckahoo. This is it in vanilla Minecraft. It's insane. It looks pretty much the same. I mean, sure, it's not completely accurate because a lot of the modded blocks are gone, but it's replaced with look-alike blocks, and it's, you know, like, these are bookshelves, but you can still put things in it. It just looks really awesome. So it's a great addition, and I'm glad I did it. I don't know why it's so dark down here, but yeah, let's leave this place because it's so laggy out here. Now that Tardis is like a city big. Like, it's actually that big. It's insane. So I can't show you it all, so let's continue. I added the creeper lands. So this is actually like really far out. So we're in the Nexus map room, and if you want to see where the creeper lands are, basically here is the Nexus, right? And the creeper lands are all the way down here. So Ocean Guard's way down there, right? This is where the creeper lands are. That's where the creepers live. And this is sort of a Chuckahoo spoiler, so I don't want to show you what it looks like right now, but if you watch new Chuckahoo episodes, eventually you will see it. It's pretty interesting. So next, I added Cyber Tower. So this is Cyber Tower. It's from Doctor Who. It was actually in my Chuckahoo world, and is one of the last things that had to be left converted into vanilla Minecraft, and I did it. It's basically the home of the Cybermen. They're like these robot things. They just all are put in there. They're like robots, attack robots, and that's their base. So next up, I added Chucka City Airport, and I also closed the old Chucka City Airport. So in Chucka City, this was the old airport, right? The old airport building with the runway. And it's closed now. This is no longer an airport. It'll probably be, I guess, changed into a building or just knocked down or something, because now we have a new airport in the city, and it's really cool. So the new airport is right here. This is it. It's actually really nice looking. Definitely a huge building in the city, and you know, of course, you gotta have a huge runway. This is like right out near the castle, right? The castle's there, so the airport's here. So we're finally expanding the city out to the ocean, to the coast. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that I added here too that we'll go over soon, but this is the airport. It's pretty cool. We got a watchtower up here for air traffic control. We got a gate and a runway, some helicopter landing pads, you know it. And now there is still the same way to use the airport, except it's a bit different. So as usual, what you would do is you would step inside something and get a levitation effect. That's pretty cool and all. I also added a slow falling effect just in case you forgot your elytra or something, but there is actually a preventative measure for getting your elytra or it not deploying properly, and that is, instead of falling into water like people would have to do previously, you just land on this rectangle here because it's slime blocks, see? So in survival, You will be a-okay. All right, so next up, I moved a house in Chukka City. I also mapped out the residential area in Chukka City, and I built houses in Chukka City, and all of these three together combined do this. So the rest of this update takes place in Chukka City North, so of course, here you got the tunnel to the Nexus building, and here's the new residential zone. So we just saw the airport, and obviously you saw this house right here. So this house used to be in Chukka City near the old airport, and I moved it here because this is going to be the new residential zone. So you know every city probably needs houses, because you can't just have a bunch of apartment buildings. You need a nice looking area too, and so I built this road here with this cool looking house that's not complete because it's my friend's house and he still has to complete it. If you go through here, you could see I built a couple houses. Server members could buy these and live in them. It'd be pretty cool. But I also mapped out the rest of the residential zone, so 6 houses, and actually that's not it. There's gonna be houses basically everywhere here. On every part of these roads here, it's all going to be residential. So I'm talking houses over here, houses over here, over here. It'll be pretty cool. So next up, I added a new port in Chukka City North. In Chukka City North, next to the airport, there is now a new harbor. So Chukka City already has a harbor. So this is the North Harbor. It's pretty interesting. So I built these cargo cranes, which definitely look really cool. And actually, they're accurate to cargo cranes, so that's neat. All I have to do is build a cargo boat, you know? I added this here, which is like a, it loads containers off of trains and puts them onto trucks and stuff like that. So I could put a track through here and add trains, which will be, a future thing. So at least they have the machinery for it. And then over here, I just added shipping containers because they look really cool. And, I'm pretty happy with these builds. I'm kind of fascinated with cargo in a weird way. I've always been, sort of. So, we got a lot of shipping containers here. Great for storage and cargo and transportation. It's great. So, yeah, we have a new harbor here. And then this is the road going to the harbor, right? Next, I added Music Tower to Chukka City. So what this is basically this huge tall building right here is Time Tower. And right next to it, we have Music Tower. I called it that because I didn't know what to call it. I like music, so there you go. It's basically more apartments. These are just apartments. I also changed up this construction zone, so it looks a lot better now than it did before because it actually has like sand and stuff and dirt and, barriers and even shipping containers for detail. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there's even a sign, construction site improved. Next up, I expanded the river in Chukka City. So basically, there is this bridge here in Chukka City, and it didn't really serve a purpose. It was just a random bridge in the middle of nowhere. But now there is a river connecting, I guess, just adding a body of water to it. It looks cool, and it doesn't really go anywhere because the bank's right there, but I think it would be cool to imagine it goes underwater and just continues over here to this side. And then there's the other port, by the way, so that's cool. Next up, I opened the Nexus to Chukka City North. So the Nexus is a series of teleportation boxes around the world. See, we're in that giant sphere, and basically Chukka City North was added to, the teleportation room, as it probably should be, So I think there's a few new teleporters here. We have the North District, yeah. So you're taken out here, right, to the beach. And then I think there's also another teleporter over at the airport, so, more Nexus boxes. I also opened up the freeway to Chukka City North, so now you can take the freeway, and it's all connected now. So that's pretty cool. All the roads are connected. I temporarily sealed the spawn underground. So underneath spawn is, it's empty, right? There's nothing there. So I just added these walls just so that it's not so open and big and just it looks weird. So eventually when I do get around to adding stuff under here, I'll knock down the walls. They're just temporary. Even down here I added some walls. So you just got a hallway to the prison. And then finally, I added Chukka City building plans. So I have a lot of ideas of things to add to Chukka City, but I forget about them. So I added these signs right here, these orange signs, just to remind me of what it is. So I'm not going to spoil the new builds, but I added a crap ton of these all across the city. And because, there are a lot of blank spots in the city to begin with. Like over here, I think there's a blank lot. So I added a sign. There's definitely a lot down there, especially because of all the residential stuff, but there are plans of things to add here, so don't worry about that. There's even a few things down here because there's this sort of corner over near Baker Street that just It has nothing. Yeah, see a crap ton of orange signs over here. You know, I'm just thinking of adding little tiny shops and cool stuff like that, just to add sort of like taste of small businesses and cool stuff like that in the city. It'll be interesting. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, that's about it for this episode of Timecraft, I guess. Timecraft. I gotta change the name, but it'll be interesting to see where this all progresses. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the new updates. I definitely had a lot of fun making them. So click subscribe for more like this. Hope you enjoyed, and of course, guys, fly on.